the rules and the game book is changing right now. If the housing market wasn't completely out of whack before, it sure is now. New rules, a big shakeup just hit the real estate market. So let's deep dive into this. Let's break it down. Now, before we get started, let me just say that if you like content like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and hit that thumbs up button for me. Typically, when a house is sold in the United States, there is a 5 to 6% fee that the home seller pays in commission. Now, this is usually split between the seller and the buyer's real estate agents. Just as an example, when I bought my place a few years ago, I think my agent charged 2 point something percent. I think it was 2.5%. So kind of right in line with, a 5% thing, 5%, 2.5 here, 2.5 there. Both the agents get the money. This has been common standard business practice when it comes to selling homes for the longest amount of time. But the rules and the game book is changing right now. There are new rules that are in place. I know one of them is about how realtors are able to list, what they charge in commissions, and they can only list it on certain numbers of sites. Just stupid rules if you ask me, but that's one of them. The other one is, as far as buyers go, they have to get into an agreement with an agent. It has to be signed beforehand, and I think part of it is for the buyer to know that if the seller does not agree to pay the realtor fees for that person, then they would be responsible for paying the realtor fees. And before, it was just common standard business practice for the seller to pay both of them. But from a seller standpoint, I understand. Now, when I was a buyer, I did not mind that at all. I'm buying this house. This is the offer I put on this house. This is my agent, and what you get paid isn't really something that I'm thinking about. I'm more so thinking about my house. But as a seller, just as an example, think if you're selling $1 million house and you're paying 6% on that. Now that's $60,000 that you are going to have to pay. That's not a small amount of money. So I understand it from a seller's perspective why you would want something like this. But in such a competitive housing market, in a brutal market that buyers have just been getting demolished in so long, I don't really think this is solving anything. The bigger issue in the housing market isn't what realtors are getting paid. It's, having enough available affordable homes. First of all, there are not enough available homes for everybody on the market. A lot of the new homes that get built nowadays are just outrageously big and overpriced, not to mention poorly built, and we won't even go down that road. But it's not for your average person getting into buying their first house. You need more available affordable homes out there. And unfortunately, that part of that American dream, you have the house, you have the backyard that you're barbecuing and doing stuff during the weekend. We just don't have that as much, and it's not available for people as much as it was generations before. So I don't think that this fee structure really means anything to the actual housing crisis that's going on. If anything, it makes it more complicated for realtors. I read somewhere, commission fees for realtors might decrease from 25 to 50%. Different type of business models where it's like a flat fee instead of a percentage, or discount brokers that charge less, they might get more market share. People might be more reluctant to sign deals with young realtors that they don't trust as much. They might want a more seasoned, experienced realtor. And different people in the industry that I've talked to have kind of been upset with it. Now usually that does happen when change comes around. People don't like it, and maybe it doesn't end up being a big deal. Maybe sellers still do agree to, it's not that the sellers won't be paying the realtor, but now you end up in these agreements. And I actually had a contracted agreement with my realtor. Now, he was an older, experienced realtor, and I really trusted him. He did a great job for me. But I remember asking him that when we discussed certain fees, we had this, this was years ago before any of this happened. And I remember asking him specifically, well, what if the other person doesn't decide to pay? And you kind of you could work it around all type of different type of ways. But now it's official. It's not in one state, and states have had it before where you sign stuff. Realtors could have made it before where I'm only going to represent you if you sign a contract with me. But now it's going to be nationwide, wherever you are. If you're buying stuff, you sign something to let you know that if the seller doesn't agree to pay, that you have to pay. And just makes it more complicated for buyers, which is what I don't like. I really think that if we're going to be talking about homes and selling home and all that type of stuff, it's having affordable housing for more people. I'm not saying for the price of homes to go down, because personally, if the price of homes dropped and crashed and all that type of stuff, it would hurt me. The appreciation of my real estate, I like it. I like knowing that I have all that equity to do whatever I want with. I don't want home prices to go down, but either building more available homes that people can get into, and making it to where it's not this mess that we see right now in the market. But that's just my personal take. If you like content like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and hit that thumbs up button for me.